You're watching the Skateboarding Bros Show. Stories from the pioneers of skateboarding about the history and the fun of the sport we love. Yes, hey, thanks for joining us at the Skateboarding Bros Show. We're in season 2, episode something or another. We've got Ray Diez sitting in, Tim Mott down in St. Pete, and Dan Bo Murray. There's Dan, and we got Phil Chiocchio on drums and production. So I'm gonna be here somewhere. I don't know if I'm moving or not, but we're gonna just go through and talk about Ray Diez. He burned really bright hot for a couple of years, and it was a key part of Tampa history in Florida, and he traveled to California and represented the state out there too. So with that, I'm going to allow Tim to hit share screen and take us through some visuals and chat.
Uh-oh. That's me.
There he is.
Dang.
And that's Gumby, damn it. Gumby, damn it.
Yeah.
And he's rocking the jocks.
Respectable air.
Wave.
Pizza grip there.
That was
Looks
probably 12 right there. Maybe
12.
he's got the pizza grip up on where the feet are.
Yeah, that was sandpaper that we super glued her.
Oh yeah, that stuff was nasty.
Really?
So this is a really hard pipe to ride.
Rainbow wave, yeah.
Oh,
Actually, it was a lot of fun. We didn't know any better. You know, we loved it.
But it was weird. It was
There
like
wasn't many half pipes around.
Yeah, who knew from flat bottom back then?
this one had
Nobody.
flat bottom.
man. This was the first kind. I was still skating for Rainbow Wave. It was way before Kryptonics. All of the good thing. All you guys were there. Dan, I remember you.
This is not Ray. This is Chris
not
Bauckham.
me, but
You
Chris
can,
Bauckham.
you can.
That's that Sensation Baseball Bowl, as you guys know.
It's my fault.
Well,
That we
let's
all
see where
love.
we're at on this. This is just what was on that reel.
Yeah, it's my
got
fault.
you.
I told Phil to put it on there. It's a nice,
Oh no, wait a minute. Yeah,
nice
that's-
aerial.
Hey,
There you go.
good looking dude right there.
There we go. Yeah. So this is
that Jimbo
California.
And
Yeah, Jimbo Skiles.
Right.
Where is this?
That's amazing, dude.
Marina.
There you go. There's Rainbow.
No, that wasn't Rainbow. That was California.
That's
Rainbow. That's right here is Rainbow. That's
This is
Rainbow.
Rainbow.
Yeah.
That's Rainbow.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is, yes.
I haven't seen this.
Oh, that's that bowl. That's that Rainbow Wave bowl.
Yeah,
right there.
yeah. My socks didn't even match. I got to get on my mother about that.
What's that board, Ray?
That was a PAL board, or was that a little board? I skated for
Bright light.
I think that was a bright light.
Yeah, that's a Powell. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, hit that woman. There we go.
There we
is.
go.
There we go. I have to run this a few times.
I haven't seen any of this stuff.
And his pants come off.
Yeah. There. Oh, yeah.
So is this a to catch a predator? Am I going to be arrested? Someone coming in the back?
Wait a minute. There's a knock at the door.
Is that how it happens? God dang it. I did get away with it for a long time.
So was that the hotel we got kicked out because you did that, or is that
I'm not really sure. I don't remember much of that, Dan,
It
because
was right near that slalom thing.
some older my life were pumping me full of Heineken, so I don't remember much of you. You know,
That was right beside the slalom. Right beside Clearwater downhill slalom. It's now Scientology.
So how old were you when you were taking your pants down in front of all the babes?
12 to 13, about 13. Yeah,
All right. Well trained.
that's it. Started at a young age.
Where are we at?
That was really cool. Where were those? Who had that video footage, by the way?
That's mine.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I recognize the Rainbow Wave stuff. Yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, there you go. Oh, that's Hollywood.
That's the ramp down in Hollywood or somewhere, right?
Yeah, that's Hollywood. Yeah.
That's
So-
a little
That was a good.
skateboard.
That was a.
There we
That was
go.
a. That was a good. That was not Feynman. Was it Feynman? I can't remember. That was right before East Coast Championship, I think. Or is this earlier? The little board. So no, that's before that.
Yeah, I like your
It's like
helmet.
79. This is 79.
Yeah. That is probably late 78, maybe.
Yeah, 79. Because we were all the little team right there. That was like the little
Yeah.
Megatron. Little Megatron.
Correct.
So
sir.
something that I noticed right off the rip there, that's either a tracker or a Megatron on the back. That front looks like an indie base plate.
I could have sworn I did Megatron in the front and a gold wing. I think I played with some of that stuff for a while because it looked cool. But
I enjoyed this picture solely because, as I said, it looks like an indie base
Wait a
plate
minute.
on the front. You
We're
got
gonna
a
check this
Megatron on the back,
Look.
and you got tracker trucks stickers
Good.
all over your
Okay.
board.
I love the stickers. I love the stickers.
Here's what old men do. That's a tracker on the back, by the way.
I thought it's similar to the Megatron, but the Megatron had that aluminum
It
base
does, no,
plate.
yeah. No, that looks like an indie base. You're right. That's an indie base plate up front, and either tracker or Megatron in the back.
And actually, I can't tell because it looks like he might have a little
Had a
PVC
PVC.
cover.
Yes,
Yeah.
I did.
It does look like it's like a Cobra, or it was just ground down. Well, that's not surprising. Ground down flat,
Right. And you've got the Paul Triflow sticker on there.
Yeah.
And a Rainbow Wave sticker back there. That's some good
remember-
stuff.
Remember those
Those
trackers? The tracker
Rector-
stickers they did in reverse, so they could do like wings. With them.
They're right there, aren't they?
Yeah, that's them.
Yeah.
I think
I
they're
did it on
present in
both
the next
sides.
photo. And those wonderful Dorcon knee pads that would rip right off your
Oh,
knees as soon as you tried to
That's-
knee slide.
And that's the Bobby. That's the Bobby Little Beamer Powell Beamer.
Now, were his beamers was that a wood core for the beam, or was it?
It was like
Yes.
a fiberglass beam, kind of like glued in there or whatever he did to it. I can't
Yeah.
remember. It was like, but it had a fiberglass, like the face of it was fiberglass over for
it basically looks like a cut down roll. And in this
Yeah.
photo, because of the way that the angle of it and whatnot, and
That's
actually
a Schmitt sticks.
that actually looks like a bane that's like cut down to just being a beam and flat bane screwed onto the board.
That one was like that, like a Twiggy there.
They were
So
stronger
just-
than Powell.
Got my So got my eyes on that's Steve Anderson and Alan Gelfand sitting
Yes,
down there.
indeed.
Early Vans.
Oh,
All right,
yeah.
that was that. I have to comment on that a little bit more. That was pretty stand up for that period of time as well, particularly on a wood lip, like non-coping. Pretty darn stand up.
He's definitely over the top. Yeah, absolutely. He's laughing.
Rainbow Wave.
That picture was done by Craig Schneider. I can guarantee it, probably.
And that Have a Nice J shirt. That's awesome.
What park is this?
Ahead of my time, kid.
Rainbow Wave.
That's the
Rainbow Wave.
Rainbow Wave.
Yeah.
And of course, representing with the Clyde slide on there as well.
Absolutely, baby.
Yeah.
Added a couple pounds.
And
I love
hey,
your
I'm going to
socks.
zoom
They
in
really
because I'm
stand out with
curious.
those stripes.
Hey, so that's after the other one. I still have the rail, but we've added the Clyde slide.
Right.
I see. It is the same.
There you go. Clyde slide, yeah. And
That's
there's those
Sensation
trackers.
Basin there.
But now he's riding double trackers.
Yeah, so you can see that beam. And look at that. He's got the like skid plate, but you can see that beam. It's got like it's almost like a plastic or a fiberglass like face to it, so it would slide. So you didn't really need the rail so much.
Oh yeah, that's the pool at Sensation Basin before the coping, right?
Yep.
No, that's the
Yeah,
third
look at
wall.
that. Wow.
That's the
Yeah,
third wall.
Third wall. Yeah, you can see the
Oh,
little scoop
okay,
there.
okay.
With the
That's
z-
pretty.
with the-
That's way up off the bottom.
Wait. There's
See?
only 3 bolts holding that base plate on the front truck.
Yep, sure is.
Well,
Yeah.
it's something that I noticed right off the rip on this too is yes, that's a tracker on the front, and yes, that's a tracker on the back, but that's a small pivot tracker, whereas the front one was a tracker gnarly when it went to a larger pivot. Because completely different turn. The back one turned way better than the front trucks.
Hey, I love to see it. I love to notice all these little things. I'm like looking at how young I am. I have no facial hairs, and I actually have hair on my head. I'm admiring all the glow, all these good things.
What wheels are those? OJs?
Oh, there you go. Oh, that's a solid surf keyhole.
Those are bones.
Yeah.
Those are bones. First gen bones.
Probably Mike McGill hand-me-downs.
Solid surf keyhole. That's that one.
Oh, that was a fun pool.
Yeah, that was fun. Oh, that was nasty. That was gunite. That was the back of solid surf.
Yeah,
the little lower one,
deep.
right?
It was only
maybe eight, maybe
in the background.
Oh, the background pictures. Gosh, we got everybody.
I gotta zoom in here. Let's see. Well, there's a lot. Boy, oh boy.
God dang, man. You know, I wish
there's Bockham right there.
Realize you're making memories when you're doing it, but
yeah,
that's Falcon.
Oh yeah, is that Bockham?
Yeah. I drove down there with Bruce Mason, and he kept me awake the whole way back. If you go over by the drop-in, there's got to be Mike Fulmer because he gets more rides than anybody.
So that's Gelfand right there.
Yeah.
My gosh, there's a lot of that was huge. That was Steve Olson and Brad Bowman came to this contest.
Yep, sure did.
And that's Anderson right there.
Yep.
Is that Fulmer there? That may be Fulmer there.
Maybe. Didn't he have longer hair?
Yeah, he looks like he's got long hair there. That's why I'm saying that might be Fulmer there. Not sure who that is.
That is my trademark karate punch. Al often do on certain.
It might have been Bert or Dean.
It's weird.
They were locals.
Very Stacy Peralta looking.
Yeah, I say you can spot Alan in a heartbeat. He's right there.
Yeah.
They got pants on.
Yep. Yeah, actually.
SIO.
Oh, there we go.
Hey,
that was a good night.
Look at Ray posing there.
Is this
look at
Greg
Dan,
Machide?
Frickin' Dan.
Oh, I kicked ass on that one. That was the contest, man. Woo.
Karen Snyder.
Real well. Yep,
Karen Snyder, an underrated.
Bobby Little. We were all riding for Little. Bobby Little straight down center.
Yeah. We're holding a Powell board.
Holding a Powell, yeah. That's where we went and had tacos and margaritas after.
Yep, Fiesta Grande.
My daughter with us? Yeah, my youngest.
Yep.
Is that a Mexican helmet behind you there?
That's the birthday sombrero. And what you do is that doesn't matter if your birthday or not. You wait till somebody goes to the bathroom. It's his birthday. And they go, "It's sombrero."
I always
I
do that. Free dessert.
Yeah, exactly. It's his birthday. They put the head on, put the sombrero on him. So good food though, real good food.
So
Ray, you still skating at all?
Very rarely. I jumped on. I went with Dan. I don't know if Dan, did you see those videos?
Oh, I tried to dig them up for him, but it's like I've had computer issues.
You gotta put Fred Pickles. But I busted my ass. I did drop in on that pool though.
Yep.
And I made it the second time, and we were able to.
There it is. Yeah. There you go. That's it.
How long ago was
Dan
this?
told me don't drop in there, and I said I got to do it. I got to make my mark.
It's a whippy drop in. Actually, this is my local park. This is 3 miles from the house.
Watch out, guys!
Hipper.
Oh, yeah.
And I stayed down for a while.
And it was my fault. I'm sorry. I made him do it.
No, but I did it the second time. I went
Yep.
And further.
Right,
That's literally 3 miles. That's literally 3 miles from my house. So.
Well, good. I'll hit you up when I'm coming out there because
Yeah.
I still haven't made that one yet.
Yeah. What I wish it had is I wish it had a little just a little half pipe, like back and forth half pipe. It's got this past vert wall, which is kind of hip, but then it's just all street course, and there's a nice little undercover area for freestyle, which is my speed these days. Yeah, that thing. All I do is I drop in, carve around. If I can get a frontside grind, I'm happy. So
I stopped it that same day. We hit Lakeland.
mm-hmm.
We hit about, I don't know if it was that day or the following day, but we were able to hit Lakeland and the one in Bradenton. And I was able to hit a couple parks. I don't get to skate that much. I don't even have time to do much of anything anymore. But me and Mike Daly did go to that St. Pete Park.
Yep.
We had a great time. Probably about 4 different times we went there.
That's a deep bowl.
Well, I don't even bother with the really big bowl.
Are you kidding me? I didn't even walk within 5 foot of the edge of that.
Oh, that Lakeland bowl.
I weigh 265 pounds.
I stay in that little flow course. That flow course is good. Snake run flow course at Lakeland.
I pretty much I ride the mid-size bowl there. That's my favorite thing that's at that park. But that 13-foot bowl, I have no business riding.
Yeah. As Andrew and I did a nice little freestyle session on the deck of that pool. That was just good.
I did the snake run and
yeah, the snake run's fun.
Clover thing at the end of the snake run. That's the extent of my.
Yeah.
So for those watching, this is Sensation Basin, and this is 12 feet with 4 feet of vert. Now, when he came down too far towards the trough, so we know he didn't ride this one to the next wall, but he did that one. And the most important thing is afterwards with Jimmy Marcus, look at Ray. You got to see it again.
Yeah.
He's jamming. That was him with the Kryptonic shirt on there. So
those were great times. I can remember, I'm sure, Phil, you remember Ronnie Brown?
Oh, sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I stayed one night at Ronnie Brown's house, and he took me. And this was, I don't know why I have the memory of Sensation Basin at night ever in my head and heart, because we went and bought an album. He took me to a record store, and I bought Rolling Stones' Let It Bleed. And it was just an epic album. And I was a young kid, but I just, listened to it over and over. And whenever I see that album cover, I think of that evening at Sensation Basin. It was already dark. We left from there and went straight to the record store. That's what I got. And I remember Ronnie because of that, of course, because of skateboarding too, but that put out in my mind. I still have deja vu thoughts of that night.
Yeah, I still wake up in the middle of the night sometimes and I'm still running the place and somebody's got something going on.
Did I leave the lights on? Yeah.
So Ray, I was a Grom. I met you at Rainbow Wave once, and I was probably 11, 12 years old at that particular point in time.
How old are you now?
I'm 54.
Oh, so you're 3 years younger. Gotcha.
Yeah. So, obviously 3 years made a huge difference as to whether or not you'd fucking hang out with me.
Hey, but I was 13. So, I was the young kid. So you were even younger. So, yeah.
but so, what after seeing you in Skateboarder magazine and all of that, it was inspiring because, and actually everyone on this call was very much the same way for me. It was just like, oh my God, these are the people that I look up to because they're from, where I'm from, even though we're not from the same place. But, it's like Florida, man, it's all about, oh, that's accessible because these are the people that I can associate with, that and later in life, consider my peers. But so obviously your first Skateboarder magazine photos where you're riding from Little. Tell me about Little and about your sponsorship deals and how they transpired and as well your trips to California. Let's get into the skateboarding part.
Okay. Well, it started way back at Skatewave Skate Park, which I don't know if any of y'all skated.
I remember it.
Skatewave had this huge hill, and it was just a monstrous. It was a dual snake run that went like this. You had the right and the left, and they had X's, pieces of tape that marked X's at the top, and you always tried for the X's. Okay. So I went to the skateboard park. This is very, very early in my skate. I think I had a big red board. It was a plastic board with the ball bearings you took out one at a time, you'd put in. And I just stood around all day, and there were the inner bowls, and there were 3 on the left side. And I stood there all day, and I was standing in front of the second biggest one. And one of the kids said, "Hey, are you going to go?" And I never on anything there. And I went and dropped in, and I fucking ate it. Like burns, because I had crappy knee pads. I was 11 then. Tore my knees up, got up, and didn't do anything. I was there all day, but I only dropped in that one time. And that started at Skate Wave. So I went back. It was a mile from my house. I kept skating. And I have a shitload of pictures of me and Mike McGill at Skate Wave. I gotta get to you guys. But then Rainbow Wave opened, and my mother drove me and 5 of my friends over there, and it was like this wild, beautiful frontier of. It was like nothing I've ever seen, because Skate Wave didn't have any vertical. This was a park built. In the old, it was mainly snake runs and freestyle stuff. And the bowls were, banked, but Rainbow Wave, here's a half pipe with vertical and a pool with near vertical. And it was like, so I don't know how to explain it. It was like the sun was just shining so bright on it. It was like a bold new frontier, like, wow, man. And that's where I honed most of my skills was at Skate Wave. And Skate Wave gave me my first sponsorship. And Rainbow Wave gave me my first sponsorship. Kid Traverso parked with his wife Linda. So they gave me a thing, and they told me they paid my entry fee into that Kona contest. Okay. And on the way to that contest, I went to Fort Pierce, and I went to Kona, and I went to there was 3 contests, and they did all 3. That was the Kona contest. I don't know if you remember, they misprinted, and they said like $200 worth of gear. It was supposed to be between all the age groups, and they ended up giving all the stuff in the we were getting boards. I got 4th place in my first contest. That was the first time I saw Alan Gelfand and the Ollie Pop and all the epics, Mark Lake, all these Clyde Rogers, Kelly, of course, all of the Florida skaters. I remember them. And so I started there at Skate Wave, and then I met Craig at Skate Wave, Craig Schneider. And he, took me under his wing, was driving me to a lot of contests, introducing me to other people and other skaters. Then we had that big Rainbow Wave contest, and I was already skating with Rainbow Wave at the time.
That's 78. And that's 78.
That's the 78 that Alan Gelfand, Dan, all y'all came down, and a lot of people stayed in my living room, and my mother made cakes and bacon. Dan, you were there, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
And we had Mike Daly was on the Rainbow Wave team, Alton Banks, who's passed away. And I'm trying to think of who else was with us. I think Todd Webb skated for Rainbow then too.
Todd.
So I went and we did the pool and the half pipe. I didn't enter the freestyle. But I did enter the snake run cross country, they called it back then. And we went ahead, and I don't know if you remember that contest. I took first overall. I had the most points at the end. Alan Gelfand, I think, Mike McGill was second. Alan was maybe third. And that's in overall. I was just turned 13 because I was in the 13 and under division. And I just that was like a coming out. That was like the one of the best days of my life that I remember. Just being with all you older guys, you know, all these, you know, cool older kids. Like I say, I was just 13. All you guys were 17, 18. And I can still remember standing on that little patio in Rainbow when they were giving out the trophies. And it's something that I don't know how to say it. It was just such a part of my life back then.
It's kind of a coming of age moment, huh?
Exactly. And then I can even remember our first times driving to Sensation Basin that we were, you know, back then 75 didn't hardly have anything on it in between the cities, right? You know, Mike Daly and me would be Daly'd be on the car and I'd be mooning or whatever, up Playboy Centerfold. He was driving, and me and Manny Arias was the one that always drove me. And then Sensation Basin, of course, we were already skating vert, but then another total epic, you know, Shangri-La moment that you walk in and just see all this. And we befriended Chris Bockham, Ronnie Brown, the guy, McGuigan, and all these great guys, man. And then it was like family every time we went to the Basin, and they were the most epic contest that I remember, because it was still, you know, that was only 2 hours away. You know, I had a lot of great times in Hollywood at what was it? Not Cadillac Wheels. What was it?
Solid Surfer, Skateboard USA, one or two.
I think it was the Solid Surf that had the two pools, the little
and the peanut pool,
the big one in the front, and
that's my home part.
Ramp there a little while.
Yep.
Okay, so we had some epic times there, but the majority, everyone always was at the Basin contest, you know, and I had a lot of great. And it's one of the reasons I'm a Florida Gator fan to this day. You know what I'm saying? Just watching Gainesville grow from this small little college town that we skateboarded into this huge thing, and just remembering all the times. Phil, I was asking Ed about it. We used to go to a biscuit place. Was it
Skaters?
Skaters. Oh yeah. Asher
was there
Sullivan's,
Skaters or a boat
restaurant? Yeah.
It was probably Skaters. Skaters Big Biscuit.
Yeah. I remember getting into food fights there. It was pretty epic.
So Ray, were you with us?
Used to
Wait a minute.
Go ahead, Ed.
All right, so I think it was this contest. About 25 or 30 of us went to Skeeter's for breakfast. Were you there? They put us in the back room. They opened a room for us, and everybody is separate checks. So, I mean, there's 25. I mean, so we eat, and then we all get up to leave. So all of a sudden we come out of the back room, and we're 30 of us standing there to cash out. Nobody's coming to take our money. We didn't dine and dash. We left in pairs of 2 or 3, and me and Gelfand were the last 2 guys who were standing there like, we walked out. We didn't run out. We walked to our cars. It was the craziest breakfast thing ever. You had to be there, Ray. It was amazing.
I'm sure I was. I just remember eating there many mornings, and what a treat it was. We didn't have biscuit places in Tampa. We had Cuban restaurants.
Right. I was going to say, I just remember going to visit my brother up there, and I'd get the little Asher, and that was like a plate of hash browns with biscuits and gravy on top of it, 2 eggs and sausage, and it was just a mound of food on a plate.
And they also gave you honey with the biscuits the first time, and I was like, this is awesome. I'm in the country in Gainesville, and it had a country homey feeling, like, we weren't in the big city. And we had. Can I talk about the story I told you, Ed?
You can talk about any fucking thing you want.
Okay. So hey, George McClellan's wife won't watch this, will she?
Maybe.
Okay. Well, this was way before he met her. So
okay.
Of course, I was the peeper. I was the little kid. I was the pervert, and I'm at Ed and George's I guess you call
bachelor pad,
the rental house.
Well, it was their college rental, and they had the old skeleton keys. It was an old wood frame house with the skeleton keys. And George is balls deep in some college bitch. And of course, I'm on my eyeballs to the keyhole. I got my SIO shorts on, fucking raging hard 13-year-old erection. You know, bang this chick to the thing, and he's screaming at me, people got it, because the girl kept getting uneasy. She saw my feet at the bottom of the door. You know, she was like, ah! I can remember it. George cussing me out and coming out all fuming mad, his torso without his shirt, yelling at me. Anyway, and we went that same weekend. Devo was in concert, free concert.
Yep.
Campus. And I just, like I said, I was 13, dude.
13.
Partying with all you guys. And it was just such many moments that you guys don't understand how young I was and how now nothing seems to satisfy me as an adult.
Imagine that.
Adrenaline junkie getting it all force fed to me at 13. You know, the big wall in Gainesville, pumping up your adrenaline, the chicks, the beer, watching the Rademacher brothers playing music at night and then skating the next day, and just
Buffalo Roadhouse.
We did, man. It was epic. It was a fucking lifestyle you couldn't write. You know?
Does anyone see the poetic justice in Ray's background?
Peter Pan.
I don't even know what's back there.
You got Peter Pan.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, I should have. If I told you how many times I should have died on the ocean, or how many times I've gone off the side of a mountain in a motorcycle in Honduras, dude. I feel blessed. I feel blessed to have all you all as friends, to have the life I've had.
You're watching the Skateboarding Bros Show. Stories from the pioneers of skateboarding about the history and the fun of the sport we love.